Hey everybody, welcome to Action Figure Window Shopping episode 61. So this is a little show where I take a look at some toys and collectibles that caught my interest, usually over the past week, and then I share my thoughts and those figures with you here. Now, before I get started, I do need to explain why this is episode 61 if there's only one other video on this channel. And the reason for that is this is a carryover from my main channel where I started this series. I started action figure window shopping over a year ago, and I got all the way up to episode 60 when I made the decision to take my toy content off my main channel and spin it off into its own channel, which is this one, Figure Feedback. So that's where I'm going to be having action figure window shopping, at least for the time being, while I just kind of see how things shape up here and over there on my main channel. So with that being said, let's continue the streak that I had going back on the main channel. Now, back then, I would always start things off with McFarlane Toys, so this time around, it will be no different. Let's take a look. So McFarlane's kind of been on a roll lately. I've been seeing announcement after announcement after announcement from this company, so here are some of the latest figures that they revealed. First up is going to be this Impulse 7-inch gold label figure that's going to be exclusive to Target. So it says, based on his look in the Flash War, it includes 4 attachable lightning effects, a base, and of course, collectible card. There's been a lot, and I mean a lot of different Flash figures and variations coming out from McFarlane Toys lately, and this is just another one to add to your collection. Perhaps you've heard of Impulse. I know I haven't, but you can pick him up at Target as part of the gold label collection. Also, just revealed this week is a new Project Superman figure, also a gold label exclusive to Target. This is based on his look in Flashpoint, includes a base and a collectible art card, and 1 of 4 pieces to build Cyborg. I've been waiting for this Cyborg Build-A-Figure, and hey, you got to get these figures to get them. So there he is right there. One big complaint that I've been seeing, and it's probably even indicated here in the comments here on Instagram, are people really don't like, they call it the diaper that he has going on here. So I kind of feel like if you just trim that down a bit and not have it raise up so much, it'll make this figure look better. But what I've been noticing lately with a lot of McFarlane figures is they really always get the faces really good and a lot of detail there, but it's been lacking as far as the costumes go and the detail in the costumes and the paint in the costumes. Like the sculpt is always there, but the paint applications are not. And I feel like that's getting more and more common. So when I look at this guy, I'm seeing a really awesome head sculpt, but the rest of this figure is just kind of underwhelming to me. And that's not even including like the little diaper that he's wearing. So perhaps it's a cost saving measure that McFarlane is doing. But, I really wish that they would step it up a bit because I know that McFarlane can make figures that look amazing all the way around, all the detail, all the paint. They're capable of doing it, but I don't know. They just haven't been knocking it out the park for me lately with some figures that I think could use more detail, but don't. Here is another exclusive at Target, gold label Dark Detective Jokerized Batman. I think this is the third variant of this particular Batman that we've gotten. We had the original one with the trench coat, then we had another one without the trench coat, and this is the Jokerized version. He is going to cost $24.99, and you can pre-order him right now. And you see the different accessories that you get with him. You get this stylized base here. You get 7 Jokerized accessories, including 4 playing cards, a card holder, and the base there. So I thought that that's kind of neat. I wonder though if this could be possibly the start of like a new line of just Jokerized figures from McFarlane Toys. I wouldn't mind it if it was. This did kind of come out of left field, really didn't see that coming. But I would have liked to have seen maybe a different type of Batman, maybe one that didn't already have a variant involved in order to make it Jokerized. But hey, this is what we are going to get. So, hey, maybe if you're good at painting, you can make your own Jokerized Dark Detective Batman. Doesn't seem like it'll be too difficult. We just got some purple here on the trench coat. Paint that purple instead of the grayish or the brown that they had on there before. Just put a little bit of green around that bat logo, give him a little white face with a red smile. Hey, I think it's very possible. So yeah, that's the latest Dark Detective variant of Batman. And then hot off the heels of the new trailer for the upcoming Flash movie, we see that we're going to be getting a line of Flash figures based on that movie. So this is the very first one. They introduced it with this video here. And I gotta say, that trailer looks pretty darn good. It looks really good. So I'm actually looking forward to that, which is something I can't say about many DC films, at least lately. So that's coming up. And then that is the very last thing from McFarlane Toys that I wanted to show this week. There's a little post here for Valentine's Day. That was yesterday. But let's move ahead now and see what else is going on. Let's check out what Super 7 has. So they've got this Cliff Burton Ultimates figure. Cliff Burton, perhaps best known as being the bassist for Metallica until his death in 1986, and that really horrible bus accident that Metallica was in, and Cliff unfortunately died in that. And they even said it right here, September 27th, 1986, in a tour bus incident in Sweden. So this figure is going to be a legacy to him, and he is $55 that you can get right now. You can pre-order him, and it just looks amazing. Look at these different head sculpts that you get with Cliff. And then you also get 1, 2, 3 pairs of interchangeable hands and another interchangeable hand for flipping the bird. You get that base right there as well. And then you get this. I'm not sure. What is that? That is a hammer. You just get a hammer. Okay. So here is a look at some artwork for him. And that really awesome right there. I really do like this figure. So it says Burton right there, and it's kind of like in that Ride the Lightning kind of art style for Metallica. Got lightning bolts all around it. That looks really, really cool. There's the back Burton on the jean, and then there's the hammer. So I thought that was really cool. And I think that's also cool that Super 7 is doing this, especially with artists that have passed, like Biggie Smalls, and I think they also did like a Old Dirty Bastard figure. So I think that's really cool. I'm glad that they are doing that, showing a little tribute to him. And pre-orders are going to close March 10th. So a little under a month from now. Then the next thing from Super 7 has got me uber excited because I am a massive Simpsons fan, and they just showed off the next wave of Ultimate figures from The Simpsons. So we get 4. We've got Devil Flanders, Drederick Tatum, King Size Homer, and Radioactive Man. So this Ned Flanders is from a Halloween episode where Homer sold his soul for a donut. So you see here, he's got the pitchfork, a couple of interchangeable heads. You got the contract right there. Let's see what they say here. Yeah, the contract gripping hand, a pitchfork gripping hand, and a pen gripping hand. You get the hot pen, the contract, the pitchfork, and the cape is soft goods. So that was surprising. I didn't think that would be soft goods. I thought it would be all plastic, but that's Devil Flanders. And then here is Drederick Tatum from when Homer fought Drederick Tatum when he was a boxer for that brief period of time and he couldn't be knocked down. So yeah, that's just really, really awesome. We got the sleeveless robe here. Got the towel, a couple of boxing gloves, a couple of interchangeable heads. And also, I'm not too sure the significance of that shoe. Butt ugly shoe. Ah, man. I'm usually good with these old Simpsons references, but I don't quite remember that shoe. I'm not sure what that was from. But yeah, we got Drederick Tatum, and he costs more, $65 as opposed to $55 for Flanders and Radioactive Man. And then you get King Size Homer, that's also $65. And this is when Homer gained a lot of weight so he can get on disability so that he could work at home. And he did that, and he almost destroyed the entire city from the meltdown at the power plant. So yeah, he's got the moo, which is just awesome. He's got the moo, he's got the cape, he's got the little dodo bird that took over for him at the computer that one time. He's got his stubby fingers, the ice cream, the hat, the broom. It's just the memories of this stuff. So that's awesome. $65 is so steep though. And then last but not least, Radioactive Man. All right, so we've seen Radioactive Man quite a few times in the past. And he comes with a couple pairs of interchangeable hands, the old stars and stripes, and interchangeable head, and then also you get a comic book, the Radioactive Man comic book. And his cape is also made of soft goods, so that's kind of cool too. So yeah, pre-orders of these are going to be closing in March. They're shipping out in the fall of 2023, and I'm always really excited and always interested to see these Simpsons Ultimates. And I've always felt that they just cost a little bit too much for my blood. And the same thing, goes with these figures. I really would like to have them, but I just can't see myself spending that much for them. But if you want to spend that much for them, you can get all of them together for $240. However, I think that I'm just going to keep my eye on this set here for the Troy McClure 3-figure set that came out a while ago, but I still want to get these so I can put them on my wall next to the McBain figures. That is Super 7. So now I'm going to move on to Big Bad Toy Store, which is where I show the majority of the figures because it's just a lot easier to kind of get around. And I want to start things off kind of low price with these new Jada Toys Street Fighter figures that's going to be coming out in June. And they look really good. $24.99. Now this is Big Bag Toy Store, so the price here may be a little bit more than other places, but just kind of figure between 20 and 25 bucks. And there's a couple that they announced so far. We got Ryu here in the 6-inch scale, and just kind of look at some of these photos here. Scrolling through them all. I mean, it looks really nice, right? For, 20, 25 bucks. Not bad at all. They got him in all the classic poses. Look at that. You get the Hadouken. You kind of have to, right? You kind of have to have the Hadouken. So you get 2 head sculpts, 2 pairs of hands, the Hadouken blast, and a stand with 20 points of articulation. This is everything that you get. Here's that alternate head there, just showing a little bit of teeth. And then the other figure from the Street Fighter, this is Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers. And then the next one is Fei Long. You get Fei Long as well, which is like an interesting start for a couple of characters. So he comes with 2 head sculpts, 2 pairs of hands, and a kick fire accessory. Let's take a look here. Man, I love how high you can get his leg up. I mean, that is really good. I like that kind of articulation. And it's so fitting for him. Oh, and those fire effects. Fire effects. Those fire effects look just as good as the ones that Hasbro had for that, what was it? The Engine of Vengeance, that Ghost Rider car. And they had all those effects, and, that whole campaign failed. I mean, and then you look at this, which is a really cool effect. $24.99. I mean, come on. I'm never going to let Hasbro live that down. But yeah, this Fei Long looks really good as well. I think that these are good. Look at that box art too. That's a nice box. Got the life bars on the top. This is really nice. So I'm really looking forward to this Street Fighter line from Jada Toys. And a long time ago when they did the nano metal figs, they had a line of Street Fighter figures for that too, and I was fortunate enough to pick up a handful of them that I still have on display to this day. I thought those are really well made. They're really small, and they were only $1 each. Who knows how much that would be in today's prices, but that is what we got from Jada Toys. And then also kind of keeping with the low cost stuff, Funko now is going to do some Overwatch figures in the 3.75-inch scale. Hasbro also has these same figures. They're not the only ones who can make Overwatch figures, but perhaps they got the lock on the 3.75-inch scale versions of them. So it's a couple here. We're starting off with Reaper, coming out in July of 2023, and $16. But also on Big Bad Toy Store, you can get the larger version from Hasbro. I think they got like a clearance sale going on also for like $16. So, if you really want this kind of a figure, I will go the Hasbro route right now. If that's the scale that you're looking for. But anyway, fully detailed, fully articulated. He comes with 2 pairs of interchangeable hands and 2 pistols. You kind of have to come with 2 pistols when you make a Reaper figure. But here's what the packaging looks like. And then the other figure that we have from the Overwatch line from Funko is going to be Tracer. There she is right there. $15.99, also coming out July 2023. And she comes with 3 alternate hands and also 2 pistols, which is, in line with the character. So there she goes right there. And then on this previous page, this is what I was talking about. So this is the one from Hasbro that they're now selling for $15.99 for the Overwatch Ultimates Tracer. So this is 6 inches. So this is the largest scale figure, and they currently have it on sale. And then some other Overwatch figures, Good Smile Company makes them. And that's pretty much kind of it. Good Smile and Hasbro, and then you have Funko here. But yeah, if you want to get your hands on some Overwatch figures, I mean, hey, here's the sale going on right now. You can get all 4 of these guys here for $55 in that 6-inch scale. But hey, it depends on whatever you want. And let's go back a little bit. Retro stuff, okay? I was surprised to see this from Knight Rider. The Knight Rider Communication Watch is coming out next month, $24.99. How cool is this, right? Now, they make it a point to let you know it's not an actual comm link, but it does have basic watch functions, and that is just good enough for me for $24.99. Hey, you can have a $24.99 watch and not be laughed at. People like these Casio watches. These are like dirt cheap, like $20, and people love these watches because they're retro, they're simple, they're cool. So I would totally wear this Knight Rider communication watch just for the fact that it can just tell time. Okay. So, and it also has a stainless steel back plate. So the whole thing is not plastic, right? That's pretty good, right? But even more than this Knight Rider Comlink replica watch, I want this. This is a Back to the Future Sports Almanac replica, also for $25, also coming out next month, and it actually has the sports facts and statistics and scores and stuff from this time period. So it's not just, a cover with a bunch of blank pages. It actually has the facts inside there. And then you also get the holographic bag that comes with it. And then you also get this receipt. That is just so amazing. You get the purchase ticket from Blast from the Past as a gift. I mean, I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. So to see this really just makes me go, I need to have this. And it's been published with real and official content. What? Friggin' incredible. I wish they would show like the inside of the book, but they don't. This is like the only glimpse that we kind of have in this picture here. You kind of see what they got right there. But yeah, this sports almanac, it needs to be mine. I love it. So that is kind of, one more thing. If my guy Cinematic Tendency ever sees this video on this channel, I picked this out just for you. This is the Bloodsport original motion picture soundtrack in vinyl. Okay, this is the splatter version. It's probably already out somewhere, but February 2023 is the date that they have here for $40. So if you've got yourself a record player, hey man, look at that. It's cool. Those are cool looking records there. Really awesome artwork. So yeah, I saw this and I thought about him. So if you're seeing this, hey, I'm not trying to tempt you. Well, I am trying to tempt you. I think you need this. So go ahead and buy this. So that's going to do it for sort of like the lower price things. We got a few more figures to go. This one kind of freaked me out. So this is a Centaur Elf Dawn Horn version from a company called Lucifer. $444.99. And I saw this and I kind of had to do like a second take because I wasn't too sure what I was looking at first, but it's a woman in the centaur body, but she has a person, but it's kind of weird but someone's into it. But it caught my eye. You get six alternate hand pieces, a helmet, horse skin breastplate, composite lock leather waistcoat, lock arm armor. I mean, there's a lot of accessories here, and you should get this much for the amount of money that you're paying for it. It's in the 1/6 scale, made of PVC, ABS, velvet, leather, and metal alloy, fully articulated. Let's take a look at some of these pictures. It's just so strange. I mean, because she's got like the typical female form, but like a horse. It's and of course they're highlighting certain aspects exactly. But it's here we go again. I mean, it's a cool looking figure, I guess, but it's just a little bit odd. But hey, man, if you okay, if you like it, you like it. And here's all of the things that you get with her. Some pretty cool looking armor. I do like that shield as well, and back to the front. And then there's this other version that, it basically looks similar, but except it doesn't have that centaur shape for the figure. So yeah, fourth quarter 2023. The next figure is a statue from Assassin's Creed Revelations. This is the Rip Altair 1/6 scale limited edition statue. So this is of Ezio paying tribute to Altair from the first Assassin's Creed game as he sits there in that chair as a rotted away corpse. I didn't play Assassin's Creed Revelations, but walking into that library is apparently like a really big pivotal part of the game here. And yeah, it's kind of sad, Like there's Ezio right there as a corpse. Yep. So this one, $499. Call it 500, coming out in the first quarter of 2024. Also 1/6 scale, which comes out to being 12 inches high, so a foot high, 14.5 inches wide, and 9 inches deep. It's a pretty darn good size statue made of poly resin and mixed media. And the memory seal that he has, it has an LED in it. So it's an LED lit memory seal limited to 1,250 pieces. So I think that this is a great looking statue, especially if you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed games. There's so many of them, but Ezio and Altair, two names that you will not soon forget. So here it is without that memory seal being lit, and there it is with it being lit. Mwah. Beautiful. Love it. So now just a couple more things to wrap it up. Also, based on that new trailer from the Flash movie that's coming up, we got this. I believe this is a reissue of the Hot Toys 1989 Batman figure. He's in the movie, but this is coming out in 2024, so we got quite a bit of time to wait. $294, so $300. So of course, this is back from the Michael Keaton Batman movie from 1989. But hey, you can also say that it's from the upcoming Flash movie as well if you want. I mean, he looks the same pretty much, right? So yeah, just a fantastic looking Batman here. And this is Hot Toys, so the quality is always there. The life-like appearance of all of these figures, the twinkle in the eye. It's just I need to get me a Hot Toys figure one day. You get 3 head scopes, 4 pairs of hands, the grapnel gun, line launcher, batarang, throwing stars, smoke capsules, punch gear, Batmobile remote bomb timer, white shoe, and a stand. So you get a lot of bang for your buck. But if you got more bucks that you want to spend, you can get the best designed Batmobile in the history of Batman, and it is the 1989 Batmobile. $750, and the pre-orders are already sold out here on Big Bad Toy Store. But that is a sexy Batmobile. It is my favorite Batmobile. It's just so freaking amazing. It's almost 40 inches long. That is massive. 39.37 inches long. It's made from, I guess, mostly plastic, because it says plastic and other materials. And it has LED lights, and it comes with a pair of shin breakers, a pair of grappling hooks, 8 bat discs, pair of machine guns, and a rotary base. The rotary base is really great because you need to see this from every possible angle. And you can put the Batman figure inside of it. Yes, please and thank you. I mean, this just so classic, this Batmobile. It's beautiful. Yeah, you've got $750 to spare. Maybe this is where you want to park that money because this is a beautiful car. Oh, God, I wish I could buy it, but I can't. Well, guys, that is going to be it for this episode of Action Figure Window Shopping. I'm going to try to do these as many weeks as I can in a row, like I did back on the other channel, here on the Figure Feedback channel, and give me your feedback too, as to whether or not you like this format, and everything in between. So thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later.